It seems you have caught me having a bit of a midnight snack. Thank you very much for joining me today. I am here to open the gates to your mind. I am here to bring you into the dark delights of being a midnight gourmand. What is a midnight gourmand, I hear you asking? Well, it's the way that I feel whenever it gets a little too late in the evening and I'm feeling a little bit peckish. But I don't want to just get any treat, okay? Look, I'm talking about that moment when you've passed the threshold of what is acceptable for me to eat, and you start going into the what is possible for me to eat. I'm taking off the robe! This is not what I normally am doing when I'm midnight gourmanding. Normally, when I'm getting into this zone, I am in my full cozies. My hair is up out of my face, so that way it's not getting up in my food.
Yeah.
Hey. The thing that changes it from a midnight snack into a midnight gourmand experience, there are 3 parameters. The first one is it has to be a healthy effort. When I'm in my midnight gourmand set, I want to do about 4 to 6 out of 10 on the effort scale. I'm not trying to make a thing that uses sous vide, and also I gotta deep fry something, and also I'm gonna have to clean a whole colander. I'm not gonna use a colander once today. Okay? That's a promise. That's a promise. Parameter number 2, nearby ingredients. Here's a common conversation I have in my household at 11:15. Hello, Brian. Do you want to go to the grocery store? It's 11:15 p.m. No, I don't. That is an important aspect of being a midnight gourmand, is making sure that you can make things out of stuff you already have. Parameter number 3 might be the most important. It's culinary exploration. When you are in the dark recesses of night, anything goes. If you think it's worth a try, give it a try. You don't need this for sustenance. This is an extra little bonus. So if it's bad, you could just throw it away. For example, there's this thing in Baltimore where you have half a lemon and then you stick a soft peppermint stick in it and then you suck the lemon juice through it, and it's delicious and it's fantastic. And so I tried to buy those things, but then I bought harder peppermint sticks where you couldn't actually suck the lemon juice out of it. So I said, you know what? It's 11:30. I'm gonna just squeeze this lemon into a bowl and then crush up the peppermint sticks and then put it in the bowl. I'm gonna eat it like cereal, and it was not so good. It was a solid 3 out of 10. Don't do that. It was bad. That's not one of the recipes I'm gonna be telling you today.
3 out of 10 seems high.
But I did eat it all.
That's true.
Healthy effort, nearby ingredients, and culinary exploration. These 3 parameters are going to take your midnight snack and turn it into a midnight gourmand creation. If you're having trouble remembering them, just go ahead and use the handy acronym NICE. I'm gonna kind of teach you 3 recipes, but what I'm more interested in teaching you is 3 different ways to ideate. And then you can make anything using these 3 springboards. The first is decadent sauces. The second is the triumvirate of endless possibilities. And the third is resurrecting the leftovers. Number 1.
Decadent sauces.
I go wild for this snack. Absolutely bonkers for this snack. I'm about to blow your mind right now with something I like to call cucumber. I will say, I did steal this directly from a fancy restaurant, which I won't name because I don't feel like it. And they had a whole array of cucumbers that had big, flaky, crunchy salt on it. And I said, this is fantastic. And then I also said, I can do this at home. It's not that hard to cut a cucumber. This is a great way to practice your knife skills, and by knife skills, I mean you just cut it into basic shapes. It's not that exciting. And what you're doing basically right now is making pre-pickles. I personally love to use a big old chunky salt because I just think it looks nice. It's great on its own, but what you need to do is make a fancy sauce. The only thing you need other than a cutting board and a knife is a spatula and something special I like to call a bowl. It's called a bowl. Let's talk about my favorite thing to eat this with. A little tahini, a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of gochujang. Oh, I forgot, I need lemon juice.
I'm gonna throw it.
She's gonna throw it. I'm gonna be better at catching it this time. I was. When I'm making sauces, I'm trying to have something a little bit creamy, a little bit spicy, a little bit salty, a little bit acidic to help cut through it, and something super savory. The first time I bought tahini, I just ate it straight, and I was like, whoa! Wow! Tahini is something you mix with other things to make it work better. I like to use a really thick yogurt whenever I'm making this. I use Sigis a lot. I'm not sponsored by Sigis. I'm just a simp. So I got about 1.5 cups of yogurt in here, and then I'm gonna pop in the tahini to taste. I would say you could probably just use a tablespoon. Actually, let's put in like 2 tablespoons. If you're cooking for yourself, I have to say the best thing to do is taste everything all the time. I think it needs a little bit more. It needs 3 tablespoons. Maybe like a 1/2 cup. Let's call this like a solid 1/2 cup of tahini. So now I got 2 super dense things in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and add another dense thing in here, which is gochujang. About a heaping tablespoon of it probably will be fine. Great, 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 great. Now you got 3 super intense flavors in here. So what I like to do is, again, bring in a little bit of that acid with just a solid skosh of lemon juice. That was like 2 teaspoons. I don't measure. I'm being a midnight gourmand. Ooh, I like that, but it needs a little more lemon. The lemon is the big thing that helps brighten this whole thing. That's good, that's good. You know what, I've changed my mind. I don't think it needs garlic. Well, everything needs a little garlic. We'll just give this a try today. Maybe it'll be too much, maybe it'll be perfect. Let's give it a shot. And then, as always, just a tiniest bit, a little pinch of kosher salt. That was a hefty pinch. And then a little cracked pepper. Now I just mix that all up, and let's see what we're working with here. Did I make something okay as a midnight gourmand? There's some heat in that. Maybe just stick with the tahini and just a smaller bit of the gochujang. But that being said, I'm getting another bite in here. So good? Mm-hmm. Mm. That tasty? Mm-hmm. Mm. As long as Karen says it's good. The thing about this meal is that it's so perfect for midnight snacking. It's got all the textures and the vast array of flavors that you could possibly want. There's a lot of great things you can do with sauces. Just mix them all together. There's nothing better than that, and having some vegetables, and you'll feel better about the fact that you're just snacking on veggies all night. Okay, it's time for hair clip number 2. Magnificent. Let's talk about the triumvirate of endless possibilities. These 3 ingredients are a perfect place to start on your midnight gourmand journey, because you can mix them together in as many different ways as you possibly want, and they are gonna turn out pretty dang okay. But what they are rice, eggs, and Spam. I made fresh rice. Let me see, how's it looking? Whoa, surprise! Brian made rice before, you didn't even realize. Just make this the reddest, most uncomfortable videos possible. Because whenever I'm in the kitchen, it's a stressful experience. Oh God, get the rice! No, wrong rice! This rice! Oh my Lord! Oh God! Don't look at that, don't look at that, Karen! A little more than that. I'm using my finger to tell how big it is. I'm going back into the other space now. Okay. Play that funky music, rice cooker. Let's talk about fresh hot rice. I'd say 1 big paddle, maybe 1.5 paddles of rice. That'll be, I think, the perfect amount for 1 egg. Oh, yeah. Shell bowl, thank you, Karen. Wow, you've got all the bases covered. This rice is still wicked hot, so all I gotta do, take this egg, crack it on in there, and then just literally whisk it all up. And then the residual heat of that rice is gonna make this so good. I could probably put more rice in here, actually. Give me more rice. Eep. Ah, don't look at this. I'm making a mess. Jeremy, don't show my foolish ways. Make me look smart and handsome. Jeremy, please make me look smart and handsome. And now what we're gonna do is get prepped for a Spam musubi. This is Best By April 2025. Whenever I cut my Spam, I like to have it be just thick enough. Just enough to get real crispy. The rest of this will go in the fridge, and I will eat all of it soon. Now it's time for me to use this induction cooker.
It really buzzes when you get this stuff.
Yeah, it's because it's electricity and magnets. This is looking good. The thing is, Spam doesn't need to get cooked any more than it does. I just like to fry it up because it makes it taste better. The rice has gotten nice and it sticks together even more than it normally would. I have a little musubi maker. I don't put a ton in. I could make 2 right now, but I got other food that I'm gonna be eating, including more of this rice. It's fine. It's fine, don't look at this. Now all I wanna do here is just compress the heck out of this. It doesn't need a bunch of oil, but I'm just gonna put a bit of ghee in there because I like it. I'm not gonna touch it until that gets crispy on the bottom. I know I said that you just need the 3 ingredients, and to be perfectly honest, I would feel comfortable just eating this with the Spam as the bread, but since this is a cooking video, I'll pretend to be a little bit fancier and I will use seaweed. All right, how are we looking?
Like to put it on?
Cut that part out. I'll put this seaweed over here on a plate like a normal man. Ah, yes.
So good.
Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. To be perfectly honest with you folks, I haven't tried this until right now. I just thought it would be cool and I figured I would give it a shot, and it's turning out pretty okay. Is it got a crispy bit? I've always wanted to do that. I've seen so many cooking videos where they go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this here, and I put my little Spam right on there, and then I put my little rice right on top of it, and then I put my little Spam right on top of that, and now we munch. This is so good. Karen, just have a bite.
Yes.
No, stand up so I can see you just bite it. Just have one bite. I think is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's, again, it took me, what, 5 minutes to make this? If you ignore all of the hubbub that I did talking over whatever, this video should be 1.5 minutes long. This should be a short.
Can you tell us about more combinations of the triad, since you said the possibilities are infinite?
The possibilities are endless. Just literally chop all of the Spam up into little cubes and then use day-old rice that you can just fry together. You might have a little bit of rice left over. All you gotta do is just pop it into a Tupperware and it'll be fine. But I did learn from an actual professional chef named Lucas Sin that basically once you make rice, you can just spread it over a baking tray and then just leave it out for a second and it'll help dry out all that extra stuff. If you use that rice as fried rice making rice, it's great. If you got green onion and you got oil and you got rice and you got an egg, perfect fried rice. Spam fried rice, you got the egg already, you can make golden fried rice from that. If you want to, you could take the Spam, cut a little hole in the middle and then core it out and then put a bunch of eggs in there and then bake it for a bit. I don't think that would be very tasty. I think that would probably be bad, but you could do that is what I'm saying. There's endless possibilities. If you have eggs, rice, and Spam, you got meals for days. And if you don't invite me over. It's time to put in my 3rd hair clip so that way I'm prepared for all. Let's talk about resurrecting the leftovers. The subtitle of this section is, Oops, you're a pizza now. Here are some leftovers that I have. I purchased these nuggets only for this video, and it wasn't that I purchased 40 generic chicken nuggets because I wanted them a few days ago. This is a couple days old chicken korma. I could just eat it again, but to be perfectly honest, I don't really feel like it, and so I want to make it something special for me. So why not just turn this into a pizza? There will be people who are looking at this and are like, that's not a pizza. That's sacrilegious. I don't care what pizza god might smite me down for this. I will turn things into pizzas if I so wish. And I do so wish! But truly, to make anything into a quick air fryer pizza, all you need is something bready, something saucy, something cheesy. It doesn't matter what the sauce is, it doesn't matter what the bread is. As long as you've got those 3 things, you'll be fine. Make sure that it's spread nice and thin. You want to make sure that it's not too lumpy. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of the cheese on here. I feel like I'm explaining this to, and let's be honest, I probably am explaining this to college kids, but like, this is a great way to make sure you don't waste your food, is just keep turning it into something else. Then all you gotta do is pop it in the air fryer for like, I don't know, 4 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 204.44 repeating degrees Celsius. I'm like a stegosaurus of hair clips. Rawr. Karen shuddered. Karen cringed and stepped back 3 feet. I'm a part of the random generation, Karen. XD. Jeremy, you have to cut this out. It's dangerous to pull out. I should use tools. I should use tools. What if I use this like a little steam shovel to bring it up to my mouth? This is the best thing I've ever made, and I didn't make any of it. But the principle stands that if you have a bread, a sauce, a cheese, and optionally a topping, you can make a pizza out of it. So let's just make another one. English muffin, tteokbokki, American cheese, that's a pizza. There's the bread, here's a little bit of the sauce, a little spicy meal, delicious, dunzo. Pop it in. Oh, it's hot, but is it gonna be good? Not as good as the first one, but still pretty good. Tortilla, leftover pasta sauce. Put a little bit of garlic powder on there, a little bit of red pepper flakes, a little bit of basil. Mozzarella, chicken nuggets. Oops, you're a pizza now. It's a little too big for the thing, but that's okay. It'll still be good. It's a little too big, but it'll still be good. You'll work. Don't be bad. It's a little scrunch bunched, but I'm gonna eat the heck out of it. I might have the palate of an 8-year-old Cub Scout, but that's good as heck. Karen, have a bite of this too. Pretty good. I mean, it's fine. I have yet to find a leftover that can't be turned into a pizza.
Like a soup.
A soup would be tough. We have some kimchi jjigae in the fridge. Let's put my money where my mouth is. Let's turn it into a pizza. Let's do it! We're Midnight Gourmands! Some frozen pre-made naan, some homemade kimchi jjigae. It's leaking everywhere. Whatever, I can do this! This is my final challenge! This is my exam to get into Midnight Gourmand school. Mozzarella right over the top of it. Okay, come on. I feel like this is gonna be good. I feel like it's gotta be good. Come on, don't fail me. I got a lot riding on this! Okay. That's a pizza! That's what being a Midnight Gourmand is all about. Finding the opportunities that lie in front of you and not being afraid, embracing them with open arms, and making soup pizza. If you want to see a YouTube channel that is absolutely epitomizing the concept of culinary exploration, just go check out Try to Eat, Mogobole? Say it. Karen, I'm just gonna bring the microphone closer to you.
먹어볼래?
Thank you. That channel is incredible, okay? They are constantly pushing the boundaries. The whole point of it is literally, I want to try to eat this thing. And I'll be honest, there are some times that I'll start the video and say, y'all going a little far right there. But then by the end, I'm always like, fabulous, magnificent, incredible, keep it up. Magnificent, big fan. You know, if y'all want to collaborate sometime, I personally can't imagine how we would do that because I think our videos are very different, and also you live in Korea and I can't speak Korean. 한국어를 공부하는데 저는 안 똑똑합니다. 감사합니다. 공원에 갈 거예요. Whether it's the healthy amount of effort that you need to use to chop up cucumbers and make a very basic sauce, or whether it's the nearby ingredients of eggs, spam, and rice that can be made into so many possibilities, or whether it's the culinary exploration of turning old food into newer, pizza-based food. By these three powers combined, you truly can create a midnight snack that is, nice! Do you have a favorite midnight snack that you think fits into this category? Because I would love to hear about it. You can put it in the comments and I will inevitably try it. Jeremy, just give me a good outro. If you want, just go ahead and cut my words together that I've said so far and make it sound like I said them all right now. Yo, if you want to, you could get your clown on. I wish you midnight gourmands a bon voyage. Have a lovely time. I'm going to enjoy all my treats. Oh, fantastic. Oh, decadent. Cut! Cut now! You have to cut now!